I'm so sorry. You'll have to excuse the confusion. I was only called in a few hours ago as a substitute storyteller. I'm not really sure what happened. They said something about the last one quitting out of the blue. Very mysterious if you ask me. Now let me see. I said I'd find my stories around here somewhere. Yes, here they are. Oh, my favorite, fairy tales. You know, whenever I was little, whenever I heard the phrase once upon a time, it would just send shivers right through me. I just couldn't wait to find out what happened next. And I'm sure you're just as excited as I am to find out how things will work out. I just love this job already. Let's start with Cinderella, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had two stepsisters who were very unkind to her. They made her do all of the work. Cinderella had to sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do the laundry, while her stepsisters would lay on the couch or go to grand parties.
Hold on. I don't see why everyone thinks I was forced to do housework. I love to clean. It's absolutely invigorating. Just the thought of getting things in order and organized just melts my stress away.
Excuse me, are you Cinderella?
Of course. Can't you tell it's me from my monogram mop bucket?
Oh, yes, I guess I should have spotted that.
First day on the job.
Yes, and I have to admit, I'm a little confused. Did you say you like to clean?
That's right. And I'm starting with this floor. It's absolutely filthy. Feel free to go on with the story, though.
All right. Now one day, a special invitation from the royal palace came in the mail. Cinderella and her two stepsisters were invited to a ball to celebrate the birthday of the prince. He was the most handsome fellow in all of the land.
Huh? Ugh. He wasn't much to look at if you ask me. His hair was always untidy. He always had dirt on his fingernails. And I know for a fact that he never makes his bed. The royal maids told me so.
But he's a prince. He shouldn't have to make his own bed.
Well, maybe if he stopped acting like some sort of Prince Charming or something, he'd actually have time to fold his laundry. I hear he leaves them drapes all over the place.
Really?
Yes. And do you know what else?
What's that?
I don't care to step one big toe into that royal palace. I hear the mantelpieces are only dusted once a month. The kitchen ovens are a blackened mess. What are you doing?
I'm trying to look for a new book because I don't think this fairy tale is very accurate.
No, stop! These books need to stay in order by size or alphabetically or even maybe the color of the spine.
I think we're getting a little off track here.
You're right. We need to focus. You continue on with the story and I'll just tidy up.
All right, I'll give this another shot.
Absolutely. Go on, go on.
So Cinderella's two stepsisters went off to the ball, and Cinderella was left to scrub the bathroom.
Which was one of her very favorite things to do.
No sooner had she begun to polish the potty than her fairy godmother appeared. She gave Cinderella a beautiful gown
That desperately needed to be dry cleaned.
and a carriage,
That had the grimiest wheels you ever saw.
and told her she mustn't stay past midnight at the ball.
Which I never really wanted to go to in the first place.
Oh boy, maybe I really should move on to another fairy tale.
Oh, no you don't. Not until I've had the chance to tackle this wall. Look at it, it's filthy. Over there.
Actually, some people consider graffiti to be its own unique form of art.
Well, those people must be absolute slobs, because I wouldn't consider this anything but a complete mess.
Well, I don't want to spend time arguing. How about I move on to another fairy tale? You feel free to go and
Organize my spice rack?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
So, I can leave you here and depend on things getting cleaned up when you're done.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm off. Ooh, do you want me to leave my Mr. Clean Magic Eraser with you?
Thank you, but I don't think I'll need it.
Ooh, that's gonna need a lot of cleaning up later. Okay, well, I'm off. Ooh, maybe I'll have time to scrub my toilet with a toothbrush.
Well, no, I never expected Cinderella to be a clean freak. I suppose I shouldn't make too many assumptions based off the starts of these fairy tales. So let's try the next one, shall we? Once upon a time, oh, and you still like the sound of that, there was an evil enchantress who had a daughter named Rapunzel.
Hold on right there, Miss Storyteller, because I know the perfect person to play the evil enchantress. My ex-friend Rachel. That's right, my ex-friend. Can you believe it? She calls me up the other day and tells me she asked out Prince Frederick, who she knows I've had a crush on since our first day at the Royal Academy.
Rapunzel?
Duh.
Well, children, the evil enchantress had taken Rapunzel from a poor old couple when she was just a baby.
Well, that sounds about right. I could totally see Rachel doing something like that.
And Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman.
So far, you're reading perfectly.
Since Rapunzel was so attractive, the evil enchantress locked her away in a tower with no stairs or door, so there wasn't any chance a prince could steal her away.
Oh, I hate this part. I'm stuck up there in that stinky old tower, and no one is returning my calls. It's just so boring. By the way, when is lunch? I was told this was going to be catered, and I'm famished.
Well, I hadn't heard anything about a lunch break.
Aren't you in charge around here?
Not really. I was just called in as a substitute storyteller.
So you have no real authority then?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm doing the narrating.
Let me talk to your boss.
I'm not sure who would that be.
I want to talk to the one who makes all the important decisions around here, the one who does the hiring and the firing.
Please, Rapunzel, you don't have to do that. If I offend you somehow, I'm sorry. It's my first day on the job and I'm...
Fine. Continue with my story.
Yes, of course. But at the top of the tower, there was a tiny window where the extremely beautiful and multi-talented princess could look over the countryside.
Oh, that is one thing the real estate agent did get right. It did have a lovely view.
And when the evil enchantress wanted to check on Rapunzel at the top of the tower, she would cry, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
And can you believe that? They slipped that clause into my contract, but I had to let somebody climb my hair. Like I couldn't have a hairdryer or something. The thing I do for this business.
That's awful.
Well, go on.
So Rapunzel let her long hair down for the evil enchantress to climb up, and she would climb up and...
You know what? Let me summarize the next part for you.
Oh, all right.
Well, I'll have you know that it was just a couple of days and I was so sick of having to repeat that scene where my hair was getting ripped out of my scalp that I just walked off set. I mean, really, if they expect me to sit around and wait for that sort of torture, they better be prepared to offer me a much bigger share of the royalties.
Of course.
And then they hire this pipsqueak to play the prince. And he's supposed to be riding through the forest and stopping at the tower when he hears that beautiful singing voice. But the wind couldn't even stay on his horse! And we had to keep repeating the scene over and over. You can imagine what that does to my singing voice.
That's awful.
And then he finally reaches the top, tearing my hair out in the process, mind you. Then he goes to speak, causing me to about keel over.
What was the matter?
Let's just say the guy really needed some Tic Tacs.
No.
Yes, and they expected me to kiss him.
No.
Yes, and when I wouldn't pepper up, the poor excuse for a prince sat at the bottom of my tower for the next 3 days, waiting for me to change my mind. My word, it felt like he was stalking me.
Well, that's quite a story.
And that's the end.
That's it?
Yes, I need to go call Rachel back and give her a piece of my mind. Storyteller, we're done.
That's it? We're done? Completely?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what. I'll have my people call your people, if you have people, and we'll do lunch. Ta-ta.
Well, I had no idea that working with fairy tale superstars would be so challenging. Maybe if I tried a story with a larger cast and no divas. Here's one. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had 3 little pigs. Since she couldn't afford to keep them all at home, she sent them out to seek their fortunes. The first little pig set off and met a man with a bundle of straw.
Oh, boy. Keep on telling them I'm allergic to straw.
Really? You have hay fever?
Yeah, definitely. If I get within a mile of straw, my eyes get itchy. Start to sneeze. Can't breathe.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, definitely. You can keep reading though. Brought my antihistamines with me today.
Okay, I'll try to read this part really quickly. So the first little pig asked for some straw to build a house. So the man gave the first little pig some straw. And the first little pig built a house. Presently, a wolf came along and said,
Little pig, let me come in.
to which the pig replied,
Not by the hair of my chinny, chin, chin. What's a chin, chin, chin anyway? Some kind of disease because of my weakened immune system. Can't afford to catch anything.
Why, my dear fellow, I've never even considered what a chinny chin chin might be. I do know, however, all this huffing and puffing is taking a dreadful toll on my asthma.
You have asthma and you still want to be cast as the big, bad wolf?
It's the role I was born to play, and I'm willing to suffer for my art.
May I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yes, sir.
So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down.
Sorry, old chum.
It's okay. Put me out of my misery anyway.
I guess we better just move on to the second little pig.
The show must go on.
The second little pig was busy building a house of sticks.
Why am I stuck? The heaviest props. My back is killing me.
And when he needed more sticks, he asked the stick merchant.
Can you hand me the lightest sticks out of the pile so I can build a house?
I don't think that's what it says here.
I'm ad-libbing. I'm not spending another $300 at a chiropractor this month.
Okay, I suppose that detail won't matter so much to the story. So along came a wolf who said,
Little pig, let me come in.
to which the pig replied,
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Unless you want to come in and put these heavy sticks in place.
hey, listen, that's not what it says here. It would definitely change the story if you invited the wolf in.
Okay. Let him huff and puff and blow down my house so I can go lay down on a heating pad.
Well, you could just skip that part. The wolf's asthma is taking the huff out of his puffing anyway.
Thank you. I feel no spasm coming on.
Cheerio, good fellow. Just as well. My cholesterol counts up and the doctor tells me I need to lay off the bacon.
I see. I still have to read about the third little pig, though.
Yes, fine.
So the third little pig went off to seek his fortune and met a man with a pile of bricks. He asked the man if he could use them to build a house.
I can't possibly build anything right now. I'm so depressed.
Why?
I can't sleep, I can't eat, can't possibly tackle some large-scale creative project. Plus my therapy session starts in about 15 minutes.
What do we do now?
It's quite simple, my dear storyteller. The pig and I will just take our bows.
Okay, I suppose that's all we can do at this point.
Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. I wouldn't be surprised if this performance seals my nomination for the Tony.
Well, we'll see. Oh, brother. Maybe that fairy tale should be called Three Hypochondriacs and the Big Bad Actor. No matter. I better just move on to the next story. Hansel and Gretel. I don't want to have any trouble with this one. Once upon a time, at the edge of a deep, dark forest.
Stay behind me, girl. I'll protect you.
You do realize there aren't any dangerous animals in the forest, right?
Wrong, sis. I spotted more than a few dangerous-looking chipmunks that look like they mean business.
I just can't believe you brought a spear of all things.
That next pair of socks, everything a real man needs.
Oh, I see. No survival kit, no flashlight, no food.
Nah, I thought you were bringing all that stuff. What's in your purse?
Oh, just the essentials.
Which are?
Oh, you know. Oh, lip gloss. Oh, my phone. Oh, my tissues. Oh, can I take that for you? Oh, my other lip gloss. I've been looking for this, my other lip gloss.
How'd you
Oh,
fit all that in your purse? And you didn't have enough room to bring any snacks?
I see. The girl is supposed to take care of the food, right?
You know that's not what I meant. I'm just starved.
You're always hungry, but you're not. I may have a pack of peanuts somewhere in here.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. You got any beef jerky? How about cheese puffs? You got any of that?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you supposed to be looking for a house made completely out of candy in the middle of the forest?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
So shall I read the story?
Yeah, go on. I'm down if I have somebody around here.
You're not dying. We just left the house like 3 minutes ago.
Listen, you're not hungry. Before we left the house this morning, you were picking out strawberry flapjacks.
I will have you know, those were multi-grain pancakes topped with a light and delicious berry compote. They were healthy.
And the whipped cream?
Well, it's gotta live.
Excuse me.
Yes?
The candy house, the witch, the bright trail out of the forest. Shouldn't we be getting on with the story?
Well, yeah, that's right.
What was that?
With what?
I thought I saw something.
Something!
Something big and hairy.
Something big and hairy!
I better go investigate.
Don't leave me! All I have is a pair of tweezers to defend myself!
Who is she at the spear now?
Yeah, just remember, I have a food supply.
Listen, I'd hardly qualify one of these bag of peanuts as our food supply.
They're gonna taste a whole lot better than that pair of socks you brought.
Shut up.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you ever going to look for the candy house? Or should I just move on to another fairy tale?
Listen, I would love you munching on Walmart gingerbread right now, but I can never see you find that place. Find that place.
That's because you are never willing to ask the right person.
Who am I supposed to ask in this deep dark forest?
You could ask me. I know where the house is. Last week, when I was visiting the witch.
Hold on. You're visiting the witch? That child throw me in her oven?
Of course not. No. You're being dramatic.
Oh, I'm being dramatic. Says the girl who was crying this morning just because she couldn't find a pair of shoes.
These are my favorite pair. They go with everything, and besides, they're comfortable. You're killing me.
Then why did you decide to go wear those to go traipse around in the forest?
Somebody's gotta show some fashion sense.
Excuse me.
Yes?
It's time for me to move on to another story.
You want us to go?
Already?
Yes, please.
Fine. Let's go, Gretel.
Yes, my feminine intuition says it's time to go.
You know what? Can that feminine intuition make me a sandwich when you get home?
No.
Well, I'm not ready to give up yet. Sure, there's been some whining, complaining, and incredibly irritating behavior so far, but I'm not ready to throw in the towel. There are more stories here, and I intend to find one that I can finish. In fact, I think it's time for me to read my very favorite. I may even have a little crush on the main character of this one. So I'm going to read Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack who lived with his mother. Actually, he was a very handsome young man. Jack's mother knew he was the sweetest, most charming boy who ever lived. Jack was helpful and kind, and made sure his mother had everything she needed.
In other words, she's driving me crazy.
Jack!
Yeah, what do you want?
Nothing, I just thought...
Thought what, huh? That I like living with my mother? Are you kidding me? She's so bossy. She makes me milk the cow, feed the goats, repair the fence, clip her toenails. I'm always running around doing some stupid chore, and I don't even have my own car. And I'm the star of my own fairy tale.
Oh, Jack, surely you don't mind doing all those things for your mother. It's clear from the story that you're helpful and kind and sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, I saw your interview on Disney Channel. I thought you were so
You
funny.
sure do talk a lot for a storyteller. Why don't you just read the story? That's your job, isn't it?
Oh, yes. But can I just mention that I have a poster of you in my room? Maybe if I brought it in, you could sign it?
Sure, kid.
Okay, back to your story. Now one day, Jack went off to the market to sell the family's cow. And on the way, he met a farmer.
Yeah, everybody knows this part. I give the farmer our stinky cow, and he gives me some magical beans, yada, yada, yada. Mom throws a conniption fit and throws the beans out the window, yada, yada, and a stupid beanstalk grows.
That reaches up into the sky, and you bravely decide to climb.
Yeah, I climb all the way up there, and all I see is this dumb giant living in a stupid castle.
And then you see a way to save your mother and yourself from poverty.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that part. I started stealing things right under that giant's big ugly nose. That was pretty cool.
Well, yes, but it was for a good cause.
You bet I'm buying a Ferrari.
That's what you're doing with the money you got from selling the magic harp and the hen that laid golden eggs?
You bet, only a matter of time I have my own set of wheels.
And what about your mother?
What about her?
Don't you intend to spend some of the money on her?
No. Are you kidding me? She's on her own.
So let me get this straight. You still live at home, you sold a cow for some mysterious beans, you stole $5 items without any remorse.
Yep.
Now you intend to leave your own mother penniless to fend for herself?
Yep. Got a problem?
Yeah, a big one. I don't like you anymore.
Oh, boo! Get over it, sweetheart!
You're just not very nice.
Who says I have to be nice, huh? I'm a star.
Well, I plan on telling everyone what you're really like, because there's certainly not the sweet, helpful, and kind young man who's a Jack of the Beanstalk.
Hey now.
I plan on telling all the directors about your bad attitude over here. And I imagine that the local authorities would like to know about the things you've stolen. And I'm certain no parent would ever want to raise their child a story about a selfish thief who couldn't care less about his mother.
Hold on.
And one more thing.
What?
I'm taking your poster down.
And now why would you go do a thing like that?
You need to clean up your act. I'll make sure you never find work in this town again.
All right. I'll replace the cow.
And
I'll return the things I stole from that stupid giant.
And
I'll
what was that?
be nice to Ma.
See, now that's better.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Well, I'm very disappointed to see that some fairy tale characters are not nearly as charming as they're cracked up to be. I can't believe I had a poster of that creep. Not to mention a notebook with his picture on the... Never mind. Let's just move on to the next fairy tale. The Princess and the Pea. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the pea wasn't a pea, but instead a rutabaga or something. Once upon a time, there was a king and queen who had a son who was ready for marriage. Since he was a true princess, he needed marriage. Since he was a prince, he needed to marry a true princess. But true princesses were very hard to find. The king and queen looked everywhere.
Now, what was I looking for again?
Yes, what was it we were looking for? A princess.
Really? Is that how the story goes? I've forgotten.
And all this time, I thought we were looking for someone's contact.
No, you're both looking for a princess.
All right then, let's find a princess.
Yes, let's.
Don't you remember that you invited lots of princesses to come to your castle?
Did we?
What parties? I love parties!
It's not a party you're having. You've come up with a test to determine who is a true princess.
We have?
Ooh, games! I love games!
I guess it's sort of a game. You stack up a bunch of mattresses and place a pea beneath them all. Then the princesses take turns sleeping on them one by one.
So you're saying we need a stack of mattresses and a pea, right?
Absolutely.
But where in heaven will we find a pea?
Oh, maybe there's one around here somewhere, darling. Let's look.
Who could that be?
Yes, who could that be? We weren't expecting anyone.
We're expecting princesses, remember?
Oh, yes. Shall I get the door?
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Hello? Who are you?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, I forgot my line.
You're supposed to announce that you're a princess.
Oh, yes.
I'm a princess!
That's nice, dear.
Who's at the door, my darling?
It's a princess.
Really? What does she want?
What do you want?
What do I want? You're there to sleep on a pile of mattresses.
Oh yes, I'm here to sleep on a pile of mattresses.
Okay.
But darling, we still haven't found that pea yet.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry, dear, but you're going to have to wait till we find a pea to put all the mattresses.
Hey, you're not supposed to tell her about the pea.
I'm not?
No, that's a secret. She can't be a true princess unless she complains the next morning about feeling love from under all of those mattresses.
But from a pea? You really can't be serious.
I'm confused. Am I supposed to sleep now or wait for them to find a pea?
I think we better move on. You
Well-
all go.
That's a relief.
You're telling me I didn't have a clue from the start.
Oh, my dear, you're not the only one.
You know, when you really start to think about some of these fairy tales, they're rather strange, aren't they? I mean, children being shoved into ovens and talking homeless pigs. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I have to admit, this next one has always really confused me. Little Red Riding Hood. How could a little girl possibly mistake a wolf for her own grandmother?
It's quite simple, really.
Oh, hello, Little Red Riding Hood.
I prefer Miss Hood.
Oh, well, Miss Hood, did you say you can explain your fairy tale?
Of course, I'm quite happy to set up a meeting to go to the top with you. But for now, shall we just begin?
Oh, yes. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red... Miss Hood. One day, Miss Hood was walking through the forest to go visit her grandmother.
Oh, just a moment. No, I can't possibly squeeze in that visit until next week. Shall I schedule it for Tuesday?
Are you sure you can't visit your grandmother today?
Definitely not. I'm due in court later today to defend a witch against charges of attempted murder.
So you're a lawyer?
I prefer criminal defense attorney.
I see. I'm not really sure what we can do.
Oh, pardon me, I have to take this. Miss Hood speaking. Well, frankly, I have to speak with my client first. but we're not interested in a plea bargain. No, that's fine. Goodbye.
Something wrong?
Oh, nothing I haven't dealt with before. Fairy tale law enforcement believes that my client, the wolf, may have some information they need. They've offered him a lighter sentence if he chooses to snitch on a witch.
I thought you were defending a witch.
No, that's today. This call was about a different case. The wolf is from my own fairy tale.
You're defending the wolf that ate your grandmother?
There's no evidence to prove such a charge.
So your grandmother is alive and well.
That information's confidential.
I see. And he has information about the witch from Hansel and Gretel?
No, wrong witch. They're interested in the one from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I'm confused.
It's quite simple, really.
That's exactly what you said about your own fairy tale, but I still don't understand how a little girl could possibly mistake a wolf for her own grandmother.
Objection. There's no solid evidence to prove that he was in grandmother's bed wearing her nightgown at the time of the incident.
But that's how the story goes.
Yes, well, I intend to remind the jury that the bedroom was dark, the bed was positioned in the far corner, and grandmother was known to have unusually large ears, a very deep voice, and might I add, quite a bit of facial hair.
So you believe you can prove the wolf's innocence?
For $400 an hour? Absolutely.
Well, the wolf will surely be found innocent.
And another fairy tale villain will be exonerated.
Huh. Frankly, I'm confused about all the fairy tale ins and outs here.
It's quite simple, really. Oh, excuse me. Miss Hood speaking. And what are the charges? Did he stay in the pond the entire time? Yes, of course I'll take the case. No, that's fine. Goodbye.
Let me guess. The Frog Prince wants you to defend him against harassment charges.
Excellent summation.
So we don't have time to finish this fairy tale, do we?
I'm afraid not, but here's my card. If you ever find yourself in need of a good lawyer, give me a call.
Well, I certainly hope I never actually have to call her. I wouldn't think as a storyteller I would get into any sort of legal trouble. But I guess you never know.
Hey, who are you?
I'm a storyteller.
No, you're not.
I doubt it.
You don't sound like a storyteller.
You don't look like a storyteller. You don't act like a storyteller.
Well, that's because I'm a substitute.
Is that right? I don't like substitutes!
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm narrating today. What are your names?
Well, I'm Grumpy, and over here, the one sneezing is Sleepy, and the one sneezing over here is Sneezy, and right there is Bashful and Doc. And who am I? You're Happy, of course. Of course.
Somehow, I don't believe you. Besides, those are the Disney names for the dwarves. They were in the original story that I'm trying to tell today.
Now, why would I go and lie to you?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm the substitute.
Now, why would I go and lie to a substitute? That's just not right.
Well, maybe I should just start your story. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That will sort out the names.
Whoa, now, what's the rush? The last storyteller used to give us 2-hour breaks before we started.
Somehow, I don't believe that either.
Well, I hope you know a good lawyer, because if you do not get a full break, I can report you to the FTAU.
The FTAU?
The Fairy Tales Actors Union.
Well, it just so happens I do. But for heaven's sakes, take a break, and we should definitely get started with the story.
And then it's snack time.
Snack time?
That's right. The last storyteller's bringing all sorts of snacks and goodies for us to eat. What are you guys going for today? I'm going for some banana cream pies. Yum. Sounds good.
I want some banana
Pudding.
Popcorn with extra butter, please.
Too much sugar for me. I like celery sticks with peanut butter. Cheese and crackers, please.
I don't want a snack. I want lunch.
Now hold on just a minute. It's hard for me to believe that after a 2-hour break, I have to provide you with pies and puddings and peanut butter.
Well, you better believe it, because then it's nap time.
What?
That's right. It's right there in our contracts. Is that right?
Love you.
Oh, that sneezing's wearing me out.
You know they say a can of good health is a good afternoon nap. 99.
I'm not tired.
Boys and boys who are pretending to be boys because we don't have enough male actors, get up right this instant. So yes, are you a substitute? Yes. Oh, my dear substitute storyteller, let me give you some advice. These boys need discipline. They need a firm hand. They need to know who is boss, especially surprised to hear that.
Well, let me just tell you, storyteller, you need to set boundaries because these boys will walk all over you like a bath mat if they sense any wishy-washiness on your part. Well, let me march them right home, boys. Oh my goodness, ears everywhere. You can try again tomorrow, storyteller.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm suddenly feeling very tired. I don't know why though. It's not like I've been doing much reading. I haven't been able to finish one story yet. The set is getting smaller, and I'm not getting anywhere past Once Upon a Time. They're gonna fire me for sure. I have to give it one last effort. Here we go. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks who loved to wander through the forest. Do I have to? Do you have to what? Wander through the forest. It'll be dark, and there are very scary things in there, and I'm just filling in for a friend today, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. You'll be fine. You're just going to the house of the Three Bears. What? Three Bears? It's okay. They're not home. Oh, thank goodness. I'm going to keep reading now. Okay. When Goldilocks reached the house of the Three Bears, she walked inside and spotted 3 chairs. She climbed up into Papa Bear's chair, which was extremely tall. Oh, no. What? I'm afraid of heights. It wasn't that high. But I already feel dizzy and nauseous just thinking about it. Well, let's just move on to the next chair. All right. Goldilocks then sat in Mama Bear's chair, which was too soft. Oh, that's no good. I get lost in pillow furniture like that. Once you've sat down, it's so hard to get up. Maybe. But it's okay, because then you sat in Baby Bear's chair, and it was just right. Oh, okay. Then Goldilocks saw 3 bowls of porridge sitting on the kitchen table. She tried a spoonful of Papa Bear's porridge, but it was too hot. Did it burn my tongue? No, you're fine. Then Goldilocks tried a spoonful of Mama Bear's porridge, but it was too cold. Hey, this is all right. See, you can handle this. Then she tried a spoonful of Baby Bear's porridge, and it was just right. Hey, this is okay. I think I can do this. You're right. And I just may be able to finish the fairy tale for the first time today. Are you ready? Can I get going? Oh, yes, I'm fine. Great. Then Goldilocks went into the bedroom where she saw 3 beds. Hey, I think I know what happens. She lay down on Papa Bear's bed. But it was too hard. She lay down on Mama Bear's bed. But it was too soft. Right. Finally, she laid down on Baby Bear's bed, and it was just right. All right, Goldilocks, we're from here. You're doing great, and I'm almost done. If we can just get through this last part, then I can't believe it. What was something I said? Did I come in too late? I was this close. It was sight. It was 1 page away. Are you a storyteller? Yes, I'm sorry to say I'm the storyteller.
And as the storyteller, you promised me this place would be cleaned up by the end of the day. And look at this ball. It's still a complete mess.
Yeah, and I just spoke with Rachel, and she told me she hasn't heard from me about the role of the evil enchantress. I'll have you know, Rachel is my best friend again, and if I have to threaten someone around here for her to get the part, I will.
Hey, storyteller. Need some help. My homeowner's insurance papers. Got nowhere to send them.
Me too.
Me 3.
Did somebody say something about paperwork? Could it perhaps pertain to the Tony nominations? Because I feel quite confident in my performance this year.
Hey, buddy! Confidence traveling with a spear.
No, boys. Confidence is traveling with a fabulous pair of shoes.
Quiet. Hey, storyteller. I just told my mom I was moving out, and she started crying. Now what am I supposed to do?
Hey, why are we all gathered up like this? Are we missing something here?
Ooh, is this a celebration? I love celebrations.
I'm here, but I don't remember why. Storyteller, what's my line?
More importantly, storyteller, when are these dwarfs serving detention? Because I know they deserve it.
Has anyone seen a cell phone around here? Mine's missing and I'm due in court in 20 minutes.
Storyteller? Storyteller?
Is there something wrong, dear?
Yes, there's something wrong. I've just heard so much whining, complaining, and objecting. I'm forgetting. Do you need some legal counsel?
Want advice of a therapist?
How about some chocolate? I always carry some in case of an emergency.
Hey, you didn't tell me you had chocolate when you were starving in the woods.
Wasn't an emergency.
Is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. I don't know what it takes to do this job. I just need to quit.
Hey, storyteller. Now why would you want to go and do that? You're the best storyteller we've ever had.
Absolutely top notch.
What? Really?
Definitely. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be some lazy bum mooching off my mom.
Well, I guess you did organize these books fairly neatly.
And you helped the Queen and I remember our story.
And you helped me to be brave. I guess I did do all of that. But this job is not what I expected.
Nothing ever is. I think that as storyteller, you've been very professional.
And understanding.
And flexible.
I think, storyteller, with just a little bit more practice, you'll know just what to do to keep everybody in line.
You really think I can do this?
Don't you have something to say to our dear storyteller?
I suppose a storyteller doesn't deserve to be fired.
Today.
Are you sure I can do this?
You have to stay. You're like the fourth storyteller we've had like all week.
Well, maybe if I had some sort of assurance that we were working together here. Maybe if I that when we start reading these stories, that there'd be a resolution, a conclusion, a wrapping up of things. I would really like to know what happened after Once Upon a Time.
It's quite simple. Really.
Really?
They all lived happily ever after.
Oh, of course. I like the sound of that, don't you?
No.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.